Hi! I'm already a third big fan of ABBA, and today you will learn about the band's unique style and how it contributed to their earnings. If you didn't know that ABBA got royalties in the form of oil instead of money, keep watching. Few music groups have won the hearts of listeners like ABBA. The Swedish quartet has left a great mark on the music industry and continues to be popular to this day. The reason for that is their unique music style. It's a blend of pop, disco and classical melodies that has stood the test of time. There is a little something for everyone in that sense. Even some scientists try to explain why ABBA's music is so catchy. Most likely, the answer is the way their songs are performed and recorded. It's important to mention that there was a lot of engineering behind every track. One of the best and ABBA's longtime producers, Michael Tretow, had a unique approach to the recording process. His main goal was to make each track a memorable experience. For example, ABBA often recorded each element of any given song separately. The microphones were placed in numerous different spots, near the instruments, in front of the singers, and even outside of the room. Some of the microphones didn't pick up any room noises, others did. All of these details resulted in the unique sparkle which was hard to replicate. Michael Tretow has also used Harrison audio consoles to record and mix ABBA's music. These consoles were ultra-modern in the 70s. Another feature of ABBA songs is the use of the piano as the main sound rather than the guitar, which was more common. Moreover, Michael's invention was to record the piano with 3 microphones. This idea was not so common at that time, and it made ABBA's music sound very smooth. After the long process of recording and re-recording, the band started mixing. Michael Tretow and the group members created several different versions. The most recognizable element of their pieces is mixed vocals. Starting with the fact that the voices perfectly matched. Multiple editing techniques made them even better. The tracks were combined so professionally that they sounded like one voice. ABBA also doubled the voices and therefore achieved that full sound, which made their songs stand out. The voices are much louder than everything else. That's exactly what creates ABBA's unique sound. The production and compositional patterns also set off different neurological reactions. The arrangement of the songs satisfies our need for order. Moreover, ABBA's lyrics are simple, fancy and easy to sing along to. It is what makes the songs timeless. Combined with the sparkling melodies, they give listeners a powerful hit of happiness. Human memory works in such a way that we remember strong, emotional and frequently repeated items. Most of ABBA's songs include lots of repetition. Such lyrics and emotional side of every song are what makes ABBA's music so timeless and powerful. Their unique style was noticeable even behind the Iron Curtain. ABBA was getting all kinds of profits from their popularity, from money and fans' love to oil commodity rights coming from the USSR. I'm going to tell you how royalty works and how it is possible to get oil instead of money. The profit from music may come from various flows. The musical bands can make money from contracts for performances with concert promoters, merchandise, that's where trademark can help, additional activities such as famous and infamous advertisements and shows participations, and, of course, copyright. Royalty is a form of profit that comes as a payment for exercising your copyright, in particular by listening to the live performances of a band or by distributing music by all possible means. Usually, the law doesn't limit possible legal tenders, so if you grant someone the right to use your music, you can get money or you can get anything else, like for example Apple, service, or even oil. Heading back to USSR's story, the main discussed reason to get "thank you" for the music, in the form of oil, is the Cold War. In 1979, when this oil story comes from, the USSR's currency, ruble, was non-convertible. The use of hard currency instead of non-convertible monies was common in trade dealings with the USSR and its companies. Counter-trade agreements, for example, oil and gas for grain and sophisticated manufacturing products, were also quite popular. That's why the Swedish band found another way to get what they deserve: copyright license traded for oil, that was then sold at the global market. But it is just a rumor. There are not any reliable sources that prove the oil royalty. However, don't hang up on the Iron Curtain. Maybe I can tell you more about ABBA in the USSR. Let's get a more precise look into the history. What do we know about the USSR? No private property. But it was not so constrained, at least in the late 70s. In 1961, new copyright regulation came into force. According to that, the copyright only recognized in relation to works of Soviet citizens, works of foreign authors that were first published in the USSR, or if unpublished existed in objective form on the territory of the Soviet Union. ABBA is the Swedish band that created and publicized its works in Sweden and all around the globe, but not first and foremost in the USSR. But as I said, not everything was so cruel in the USSR. Have you ever realized that foreign musicians were not able to receive royalties in the Soviet Union? The point is, only on May 27, 1973, the USSR made the provisions of the Universal Copyright Convention a part of legislation. Since that date, the copyright of foreign artists has started to be recognized by the Soviet Union, and only for the works created since that date. This allowed to broaden the list of copyrighted works to the works of foreign authors that were first published abroad after that date. Why is it important to the story of ABBA? As a big fan of ABBA, you have to know when their first album, Rin Rin, was released. So, ABBA haven't had copyright in the USSR for all songs from their first joint album. And probably they haven't got a single ruble for it. But with 6 albums, by 1979 Swedish musicians had a right to empty a couple of oil-producing stations, if the rumors are true. It was possible for them to get everything they want from the USSR's fans. Thank you for your attention to our project. Please share your comments with us and tell your friends about us. In future episodes, we will tell you about ABBA's Eurovision success and musical disputes. Stay tuned! Bye!